Well, I suspect that Tartarians, as they got called, wiped each other out. If they could melt stone into the statues, metal and so on, into the statues that they wanted, stone statues too, and build blocks in stone with the constituency they wanted, for harmonic reasons, for instance, and durability, of course. Metal doors that don't grow old. The metal's long-lasting. Copper alloys that we can't make. Metallurgy that is not a sophistication that we have. Did you wonder where the toilets were? Where was the bathroom? In the magnificent buildings. People that came in afterwards, us, that was left of us, because this tragedy hit the whole world. I mean, even in London you can see houses where the first floor is now mostly below street level. Venice. The bulk of each building is under the water. They didn't build it under the water. What happens to these places? They're not even known to be at war. It's a cataclysm that hits the whole world. I mean, imagine they'd, instead of using whatever they used, energy, if you like, to turn the hillside into liquefaction. Or earthquakes would do it. Goodness, even we can trigger earthquakes. That's what fracking does. Christchurch, New Zealand didn't need to be at war to be annihilated. That was just natural. Well, I assume it was anyway. I don't know if New Zealand's got enemies that want to pick on it at the minute. Do you think 20-foot doorways were just to impress people? It doesn't impress the local lord or monarch to be dwarfed by the building he's in. Haven't you noticed that the cities were beautiful? Tartarian, that blend of Egyptian, Gothic, look at St. Peter's in Rome, the style of it. It's that style. That's Gothic. Look at the Capitol building in Washington. That's Gothic. It's Tartarian. The religion is. It's the goddess worship. The statues are everywhere. Her streets are according to Tartarian geometry, which is Pythagoras, which is not his, of course. It's not from Atlantis. It's earlier still. Why do you think they put gold caps on the pyramids? A great conductor of metal. It doesn't age. When Omar Khayyam says and strikes the Sultan's turret with a shaft of light, he's talking about sunlight on a brass alloy sphere that's designed for a particular harmonic vibration connected to copper embedded in the walls. Have you tried keeping warm in a country where the ceilings are absurdly high and the windows go from floor to ceiling? What are you trying to do? Freeze the place? Was the climate so much warmer? Yes, at times it was. Well, fair enough. How do you keep it cool in that case, with such huge windows? But more likely, how would you argue, how do you keep it warm with such an expanse of glass? Where are the sewers? Where are the factories? Where's the power plants? You're looking at them. Pardon? Yes. The chateau is the power plant as well. They've got, what do you call it? Solar power, so to speak. Universal power. What do you think happened to all those cities that were spread across? From Persia to the Pacific Ocean. How do you think that incredible variety of people were managed by this elite Tartarian culture? And what happened to them? I'll bet it was something to do with what they were worshipping. Just like modern man in the West, his annihilation will be according to what he's worshipping. He's shifting towards the goddess in his secularity, isn't he? 21st century religion, the female. The lifeblood of advertising. Pornography, the birth of the internet. Money laundering and Bitcoin. Urbanization, but not into Tartarian vast chateaus and mansions, but in blank, faceless, stark urban skyscrapers, the epitome of which has been the Chinese cities that they've built but not peopled. We know high-rise doesn't work. We blew up our high-rise in London. Something towers, I've forgotten what they were called now. They were such a social mistake, we just blew them up. They were demolished as efficiently as the Twin Towers and Building 7. Vertical, exactly where they stood. Wow, that was quite an achievement, wasn't it? None of this building falling over and crashing down on others. It was a miracle that Building 7 burnt down. Especially being a traditional steel structure, they don't burn. They burn out, but they don't collapse. Building 7 did that. Probably had to, given what was in it. Why are there so many conspiracy theories? Because man is such a mixture of good and bad, of course. It's not that it's a pack of lies, it's just extremely persuasive evidence. Screams at you, I'm guilty. Of course I'm guilty. What do you need in a court? Motive. Once you've found the motive, you've got your suspect. All you have to do then is find the confirming evidence. Goodness, I can find the confirming evidence for anything, anywhere, if I really look hard. It's like using scripture. I can make it to support any argument if I really put my mind to it. And then we give a just judgment and sentence accordingly. And that deals with that. And usually, 40 or so years later, when whoever's profited by it has long enjoyed the gains, it's probably dead now anyway. That's why we have official secrets, not releasing sensitive issues for 30 or 40 years afterwards, so that people have lost complete interest in what it was and who was guilty and all the rest of it. We don't care. And to track down the people that are actually responsible then is just pointless. I mean, they're doddering old fogies anyway. They've got their just desserts by then. Is every conspiracy theory valid? Shouldn't think so. Is it instructive? Oh, it could be. Like myth and legend and scripture. A story can be very instructive, whether it actually happened or not. After all, we, as a culture, absorb enormous amount of fiction. Both in deliberate acting, performance, and in our news media and advertising. And we live according to it. We're influenced by it, of course. You're influenced by whatever the mind dwells on. Dear one, whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things. You will blossom accordingly. And if you think on negative things, your outcome will be extremely sad. It's as simple as that. As you reap, no, as you sow, so shall you reap. I got it the other way around. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.